Hey, what's going on, you Dead Set Legends? Press conference is in the book. We had some really good things. We had some fun things. We had the same old stuff. And we had a couple of weird things, to say the least. But went for 2 hours. What did you guys think of it all? A couple of little tweaks they can add in to get more enhanced viewing, I believe. I think it could be really good. Very intrigued to see what happens. I'm sure not much would happen. But for me, hey, Jeremy Parker, the biggest 15-year-old. How old are you? 15, 16? Big man. Hey, going. Big boy, big man. Hope you're doing well, Jeremy. Yeah, so what do you think of the presser? It was very interesting. I want to deep dive into Devon's approach. Look different, sound different. He had a bit of fun. I want to talk about the athlete that didn't make weight. I want to talk about I got put in a timeout. Oh, the egos. Oh, I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Oh, you 22. You 22. There you go. GB19. Arj Dole, get in there. Who didn't make weight? So we'll talk about that. More egos. Yeah, got put in a timeout during the press conference. Throughout the time, I was like, "Hey, everyone!" Afterwards, I think 2 or 3 times, I was like, "Hey, afterwards, come over here, come and have a chat." And then, of course, the person controlling the channel thought I must have been spamming because I did it like 3 times over a period, because I just want people to keep on chatting because, promoting your event, or because I wouldn't accept the match announcement. Oh, what is wrong? What is wrong? But we can get stuck into it. Nugo Chikadze didn't make weight. Bogdan put it out there in the presser universe. He said that it was 100 kilo ish. Nugo confirmed it was 100.5 kilos. Nugo had to make 100 kilos. The match is at 100 kilos because Nugo walks around at like 112, 115 naturally. So he competes in the 105 kilo. Bogdan's a 95 kilo puller, sits around 95 kilos. So what's happened? Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either. Okay. Yeah, so 500 grams over. So what about just having a look at I just want to quickly say hi to everyone, and then we'll talk about it, including Ricard. Pronate attendant liked the press conference. Bogdan should be pissed. He's pulling for 105 kilo rank 5. I don't know if he's pulling for 100 kilo rank 5. Is he? Because it's a 100 kilo match. So that doesn't make sense. If it was 105 kilo rank 5, then the match should have been at 105 kilos. What else have we got? Romania is in the house. Beata, Norway. Yeah, just missed weight. Jar Corbin, I wanted to chat to you. Certain owner of East vs West put me on timeout. I mentioned my my live a bit, probably 2 or 3 times. Doesn't like me. There's something about owners not liking me. What's going on, Nathan? Venue looks sick. Yeah, venue looks incredible. Big tick, Robert Baxter. Big tick. Did well there. So, but I would just like to know, and I'm not trying to cause controversy. I know controversy creates cash, but I'm a positive guy. I'm taking my girls to the zoo after this. I'm a happy guy, but I want to know what happens. Otherwise, there's no point. What's the point of having weight divisions if Nugo isn't, if something doesn't happen? Is it, what should happen? What should happen? Hey, Matty boy, what's going on? Robert Baxter and I, we get along. Bax has been on the show. He's my mate. He's my mate. The Vegan Piranha says the press conference is totally unnecessary. Is 5 kilo a big deal? It's more, this is what you agreed to. Otherwise, you know, Petrenko's 105 kilo champ. I'll just weigh in at 105.5 kilos. It's all right. It is more, that's the agreement. That's the weight you've got to get down to. I mean, for me, I think you should weigh in bloody 3 hours before the match, because that's an extra half kilo head start in your recovery. So, you know, I'm not sure what will happen. Bogdan is pretty good. He would have discussed with Robert a bit. He would have had a chat with Robert and then gone, you know, all right, 105.5. Yep, all right. Well, that's what made it even different for me. It was kind of swept under the rug a bit. But what does Nugo miss his purse? Does he miss? Is it $100 per 100 grams over, like $1 a gram? So it's 500 grams over, and there's $500, an extra $500 go to Bogdan. Are we in that? You know, we're arm wrestlers. We're good mates. Let's just, you know, all right, I'll let you go with this one. Just don't come back to 100 kilos because you clearly can't make it. Does Bogdan get an extra grand if he wins? I would like to know. I would like to know the aftermath of it. But I honestly think, well, Jack Coburn, you know, you know. There he goes, legend. There you go. And it's, yeah. I didn't accept a match announcement. But anyway, yeah, it would have been good. Yeah, even if a statement, even if Nathan, that went, hey, Nugo didn't make weight. We're very lucky that we've got Bogdan Stoica as his opponent. Bogdan's agreed. 105 is okay. So, yeah, I'm just, it's more not hanging shit on the promotion. Just, I just personally would like to know, as a boxing fan, as a fight fan, you know, in just sort of any competitive sports, that if you do miss weight, you get in a lot of trouble. You know, like in the UFC, a New Zealand fighter tried to lean, he stripped naked and he tried to lean on the thing so he'd weigh light. And like fights get cancelled. Now I don't want a cancellation. Of course I don't want a cancellation. I want to see Nugo and Bogdan, but I'd just like to know if anything happened. I think Bogdan just went, right, what can you get down to? What can you get down to? What can you get down to? I could see it being Nugo was trying. I'm just guessing here. I could see Nugo going, 102, ask if you'll let me have 2 kilos. And Bogdan, knowing Bogdan, would have gone, nope, keep going. And then he just back in the sauna, back in the garbage suit. And then he would have got down to 105. And I think in the end, Bogdan just went, all right, 100.5. So I don't think anything will happen. But still, that's the first time in a long time that an athlete hasn't made weight at EVW. I'm trying to think of the last one. My two biggest ones, notably, I remember Tony Katowski back in the WAL days. And then, of course, Ryan Bowen when he pulled Tom Holland. Yeah. No, they've already weighed in. What up, Minion? What up? I wanted to keep chatting to you, but I got put in the time out. They might have thought I was spamming this live because I was trying to help promote their event. Continued to promote it, but I got put in a timeout. So the last 30, 40 minutes I couldn't chat. But that's okay. It was just funny. Hit the like button while you're in here. Good luck Good luck. It is. Oh, speaking of luck, my lady luck, my beautiful wife, is just making our girls breakfast before we go to the zoo in EVW. What is it? Why can't I get along? Why can't I get along? Anyway, we roll on. Devon's approach. Different. It was actually before I get into Devon, because I know we all want to talk about Devon, I want to talk about some of the good things and some of the things I change and some of the bad things. We'll talk about Devon Larratt about it. Always love John Brzezinski and Artemis Gasparini there. Always love it. Also, my bingo card. I made a bingo card with my mates, and it all got ticked off. It was made in a bit of fun. I was going to post it publicly, but I think some of the people on the bingo list would get offended because the shit was just repetitive. And I was like, oh, he'll do that. He'll do that. And going back, absolutely nada. But loved John Brzezinski, loved Artemis Gasparini on there. And John is just like, can't be bothered. When I say can't be bothered, he's just like, yeah, absolutely. That's what I was going to, but I didn't. I didn't do that. But yeah, so I just love how John is like, I'm the go. You're not going to win. You'll win. You need to get stronger. So great addition. They're all, really trying to get it through. Some little bits. Eli Sadov tried his best. Loved it. Have a crack. Have a crack of just trying to get something. And I remember reading the comments, and people were like, hey, I'm a big fan of Eli Sadov now. He was just trying to get people interested in his match. So I was really happy with that. Nice touch with nice touch. Ask me those questions later, Lagi. You're distracting me. Nice touch with the Happy Meal from Bogdan. Really enjoyed that. Fair Asic. Impossible to hate her. Michael Todd's locked in. Really enjoyed that. What else? I'm just trying to, because I don't want to always come across negative. I will talk about things that I really liked, things that I didn't like, things that are just shit, and things that I would change because I've been a part of them. No. Joe, no. You will not hate Fia. I like Chikata. I didn't like that he didn't make weight. Love that Vitali just poked the fire. He's like, Devon, I need a bit more from you, buddy. I need a bit more. Hammer. Stop. Hammer time. Do. I'd remove a few things from the press conference. Let me just go through the match order because I want to make sure. Oh, was it just me? Or did Toddzilla, sorry, my microphone's all the way over there. Was it just me, or did Toddzilla fall asleep? Toddzilla fell asleep, didn't he? I don't think he was on his phone. He had the red eyes, the blurry eyes. I think Toddzilla fell asleep during the press conference. He did. I reckon he did as well, Arminian. I reckon he did as well. Well, hopefully I am able to watch it. You don't reckon GB19? You reckon he was just on his phone? He could have been, but I've had Todd almost fall asleep on my show. I was at John Brzezinski's house, and it was before John and Todd pulled, because Todd gets up at 3 a.m, and so he would have been just legit tired. A couple of people messaged me that were at the press conference, and they fell asleep. Because they're just all tired, man. It is tiring when you fly across the world and then you're just sitting there for a couple of hours. It's tiring. Of course it's tiring. That's why I liked it when we stood at the table. Right, batch order. What else did I like and what else that I didn't like? I don't know. Joe, do you want to come on the show? have a chat. You're my buddy, Joe. We can have a chat, right? Match order. Oh, the manifester. The manifester just denied talking. I don't know where I sit on this. All right, no worries. Shit bloke, but that's okay. So, wait, where was it? Manifester. So I don't know. It depends what hat that I'm wearing. You know, the manifester's trying the old leaving everyone wanting more. So I'm just going to say 2 words and leave it there. You know, always wanting more. That might be his gimmick. I've only seen some matches at Arm Havoc. I haven't seen press conference and interviews and things like that. So love that the winner of that gets a title shot. Fantastic. It's got a story, so I'm happy with it. But when you are making your debut on a big stage, when there's lots of matches, you need to stand out. And clearly I had to go through the match order to remember it, so it didn't really stand out. So as a business sense, if I'm like Robert Baxter, I'd be like, Manifesta, come here. What's up? Like, why didn't you talk? Is that your gimmick? Is that your thing? Because if it is, I would then be going around going, right, and filming the manifesto. Like, Coach Ray, check it on Instagram. Hey, Coach Ray, go get an interview with Manifesto. Oh, you know, what do you got Blow to Destroy? He's my love for your button. What do you think? And then Manifesto just stares and then puts the microphone down and walks away. If that's going to be your gimmick, build up on it. But we needed teasers first because I think it was almost a swing and a miss on the Manifesto. I've been a fan of Vlad the Destroyer for a long time. I am starting to feel a little bit bad for Kamil Jablonski because before Kamil started not liking me, you know, Kamil would just talk and he would just say what was on his mind. And sometimes he wouldn't get it right, but he read the YouTube comments and he read, you know, people's opinion and everything. So now he's when it comes to interviews, in my opinion, he's a very shell of himself and it takes a little bit to get going. And I think maybe he's a bit scared of the YouTube comments going, oh, Kamil's already coming out. Kamil's so dumb. I think that's really scared him. So he's tried to change his approach. And so we don't get the Kamil that we all started to like. Very opinionated, Kamil. Very, I'm the best. I'm better than everyone. I feel like we're missing out on that. Jordan, Son Evans, Sergey went too long. Neil should have read the room and just went a bit too much. I'll tell you, I did like the tension between Eli Sadov and F.A. Comic because Eli was like, WAF world champions don't matter. This is what really matters. And I like that because Eli's saying, I'm on the biggest stage. I'm here. This is the world title that everyone should be going for. And then F.A. Comic was like, no, WAF Europeans and world champions matter. Yeah. So I wonder if there's any tension between them. Right, let me go through. Pork Chop, Peter Chalice. Fantastic. The Vlad, looking forward to it. F.A. Comic and Tarkin. Kind of went through that. Patrico, Todzilla. Todzilla had a nap. You made Jablonski a word. We'll get to Devon and Vitali very, very soon, so bring up your comments again. Once in a while, Uncle John's off doing his own thing. We still speak 2 or 3 times a week. We'll send messages to each other. He's still one of my best buds. Just he's off doing something else. He doesn't really want to be in arm wrestling anymore. Doesn't like it. So yeah, looking forward to Petrenko and Todzilla. We spoke about Nugo not making weight. I'd love to know what's going on there. Fee is fantastic. Vitali and Devon. Devon's approach. Yeah, my man Phil. Why didn't you untime out me, Phil? Bloody hell, I thought we were buds. But no. You're a good man, Phil Woody. Good man, Phil. You've been through the roller coaster with me for quite a long time. And we got to hang out on my very first international arm wrestling event. Got a lot of time for you, Phil Woody. Everyone just go like Phil Woody, whatever he does. Devon's approach, usually he's just, oh, shut up, Vitali, oh, I'll kill you, this, that, the other. He took a different approach. Devon looks different. He looks a bit different, ladies and gentlemen. He's really big. I think there's about 8 kilos the difference between him and Vitali. With the weigh-ins, I've got to go double check, get my exact numbers right before the event tomorrow, which I will be doing live commentary. Join the number 1 live commentator in the world. So Devon's approach, because it was almost like when someone tells you, oh, you know, you should meet my mate Jake, he's really funny. And then you meet me and you're like, waiting for me to say something funny. So when everyone's getting through the press conference, like, right, Devon's on, here we go. And everyone gets their popcorn ready. And we're like, he's like, I respect you. I like you. It's going to be fun. And then it took him a little bit to then get into, oh, you got a butter wrist. Oh, you're weak. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. So that was, that was very interesting. Vitali is becoming more marketable. We've been saying it for a very long time. Learn English. I made Vitali go viral when I pissed myself laughing, and I shared it when he did a show with me. And he said, I do not understand Devon. And he's learning English words. We've seen the rise in Ermi's stock, just in followers and opportunities from learning English. We've seen it at Levan. So I like Vitali is, Vitali is good. All right, what else have we got? Just looking for something. Okay. Now, what are we saying? Bob's Nugo was scared. Devon is terrified by Vitali's strength. Cheers from Alabama. What's going on, Douglas Kilbourne? Just catching up. In my opinion, nothing should happen to Nugo. Bogdan knew Nugo was struggling for weeks now. That's not Bogdan's fault. He had weeks and weeks and weeks to drop the weight. I don't know, CBLA. I think we might disagree. I'm not saying cast an iron fist on him, stone him in public. But is it 10% of the purse? 20% of the purse? I think Nugo's lucky Bogdan's a good dude. Yep, it's great. Oh, speaking of the natural, my man, Jamie Sheldon says, make weight, end of. Jamie Sheldon's had enough. And if Jamie Sheldon's had enough, you know that you've pissed him off. When will EVW22, when will it start? The exact same time as the press conference started. 2 p.m. Eastern. People are underestimating Vitali too much. He's literally world champion, while Devon's best win is Kadetcha. I would disagree with you there. I don't think anyone is underestimating Vitali. I really don't. Devon's just got his followers. Devon's just got his supporters, his flag bearers. He's the most popular arm wrestler on the internet. He is bigger than the sport. So all the comments you're reading are just someone that loves their favorite athlete. Like John Brzezinski's not underestimating him. Ernemies isn't underestimating Vitali. Like when you listen to like the elite athletes, they're not underestimating Vitali, but we just all know what Devon can do. Devon's got that, like that cunning in him, like that never say. So you just never know. And you're like, whoa, look at that. So, but it's a match for money. They've both had to prepare. I would hate to get injured. I do know what you're saying. But then what? Then if that's the case, then let's not have any catchweight matches. Like if we're going to bend the rules on catchweights, let's just not have any catchweights. Which I think in something as top tier as EVW, don't have catchweights. One slight little thing that I would change that I think if it might not make much of a difference, but those that watch the press conference on YouTube, sorry that I was timed out by the channel. I was enjoying chatting with you all in there because I'm not one of those guys that just hide, steal the content, make video. I'll have a chat with all you guys. What I would do though, instead of taking a break, because like 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 people leave. So to keep people intrigued, what I would do is while you're setting up the next thing, can't be that hard. A bunch of athletes leave and swap chairs, going with the first break. So then what I would do, right, get a roaming camera. Coach Ray's got a microphone and go have a chat with the VIPs. While they're setting up here for the second half of the press conference, I'm here with Vladimir. Vladimir's a VIP. How you finding the VIP experience? Da-da-da-da. What match do you think is going to steal the show? Da-da-da-da. What will be your big upset of the night? Thank you, Vladimir. We're here with VIP, or we're here with referee Tim Talmadge. Tim, give us a big, bold, wild prediction. You picked Bogdan over Pauline last time. Okay, fantastic. Talk to the VIP. Boom, they're set up. So that way you can keep an extra 1,000 people in tune. And the same when you go to set up the face-offs, which is, I don't know, slowly becoming one of the biggest waste of times ever. But even then, when you're setting up, just go over and have a chat to the people that are there. Show us the venue. Hey guys, while they're setting up there for the face-offs, I'm Coach Ray. Check this out. Look at this. Boom, venue. Come and have a look. Look at incredible 2,500 people here. We're going to fill it out. It's going to be stacked. Make sure you buy the pay-per-view. Give me your predictions now in the comments. I'll start reading them out. Oh, my God. Joe Nilo says, oh, beauty. Vitali wins 4-0. Oh, Joe, beauty. Right, come over here. Where are you from? Oh, one small fix would just, I think, make it so much more better. Okay, what have we got here? Bogdan has no rights to complain. Yes, he does. When you agree to a weight, you do have a right to complain. He's pulling a top 5 ranked guy who's disadvantaged due an extra 5 kilo weight cut. They both agreed on 100 kilos. They probably said, Bogdan, do you want to pull 105? No point me going at 105. I'm too weak. I can't get heavy. Well, Nugo thinks he can make 100. I'll meet you at 100 because Bogdan's also at a weight advantage because he can't get to 100 kilos. I haven't seen the weight thing. What did Bogdan weigh in at? So I think he does have a right to complain. and ask for so. That's just what they agreed on. That's all. I think he does. Right, what else have we got? What do I think of the rule changes? I've been banging my head against the wall. They clearly got the idea from me. Don't leave the table. Don't leave the table. And I think, when they say the second slip automatically goes into the straps, there could be wiggle room on that one. Because if one guy is really holding on and just can't get there, I still think that should start outside of straps. But when you see people take 5 minutes and then they both go, then yes, second time you do that, everything starts into the straps. But if you look at the main event, Vitali's going to hold on to that thumb. I should do it with my left hand. Vitali's going to hold on to that thumb, and he's going to try and pin him outside the straps. So I'm not sure if I think that one after the second slip. But if it's becoming to, how they all set up, ready to go. Yeah, no, you're starting in straps. Okay, what else have we got? Jamie Sheldon, I love how the monster has evolved. Left's talk, he's just more humbled and anxious for the opportunities now, maturing like the legend he is. Give him Levant. I'm with you. Give him Levant. Give him Levant. 100%. I'm with you, Jamie. Have interviews with athletes that have matches at the next event or have some video that advertises the main event. Yeah. Put your I don't want sponsors video, but perfect place to put your sponsor videos. And I know that you're watching EBW. I know that you're watching because the ego is building. What else have we got? Bogdan's a badass. Badass. VIP questions should be more elaborate. I think they just get I think they just get a bit nervous, to be honest. They're about to ask their favorite athlete a question. They just get there. What's going on, Andy Beckett? How you doing, buddy? 100 kilos equals 100 kilos. We got some predictions here. Sonev smokes Dr. Robotnik. I like that one. Fee defends title. I agree with those two. Hutchins upsets the weight class above him. Camille will somehow press Monster Michael Todd. Disagree with you there. Vitali beats Devon, but I hope Devon wins, so Levan goes left hand. There you go. Yeah, I liked when athletes have a crack, like Eli Sadov. Yeah. He's trying to get there. Those are the things I'd change. I don't want to say the one ultimate thing that I would change because, I don't know, I just keep getting in trouble. But there is a huge problem that needs two huge problems that we just need to get rid of. Well, I don't know if they're huge problems, but it would probably get more advertisers on board. I'll do a bit of teasing on that one while are you all hitting that like button? Of course you are. And you all better join me for the live commentary tomorrow night. I'll have a big, massive pre-show. Hopefully, we can get a bit of a tour around the venue. I'll try and get, some athletes on the show. So it should be really, really good. Hello. Bogdan was talking about testing himself in the 115 against Chafee Rana, but at the same time, he's scared of a 105 kilo Nugo. Or he meant to say he wants Chafee at 100 kilos too. No. That's just what they agreed on. They just agreed. Hey, I'm going to sell you something. I'm going to sell you something for $100. Oh, well, I've only brought $95. No, we agreed on $100. Pay me $100. Oh, just a bit short. 95, 96. No, $100. Which hour? 6 a.m. So a bit later for me. I like it earlier, but a bit later for me. 6 a.m. It all starts with the tournament final. They're starting, I think, the actual tournament like 3 hours beforehand. That's cutting it short. If anyone that's been to arm wrestling tournaments, I'll do this poll again. Give me your main event. Who wins? Who wins tomorrow? Vitali, Larratt, or Devon Larratt. Get it going. I'm not sure if it has been disregarded. I think in the end, Bogdan had a look at the scale and went, all right, 100.5. Okay. In my opinion. That's just guessing. That is just guessing. So interesting times. Yeah, I wonder what Devon's approach was. I hope he's not crook. I hope he's not feeling under the weather. I hope he just wanted to blindside Vitali with, all right, you're expecting me. You're expecting me to go nuts, threaten your life. He got there in the end, saying everyone from Russia was dumb, and yeah, so it was very interesting. It's very keen. I am loving this debate. I'm loving this debate over the Bogdan thing. Bogdan Hugo 500 grams. Hang on, let me have a look. So weighed in at 100.5. So 221.5. Definitely Magic 76ers, Devon, has definitely gained more than Vitali. If Vitali's just big, he was just a big human being anyway. But even if the UFC have a 3-pound disparity, that is already agreed on in the UFC. That's just my main thing. That's what it's agreed on. 100 kilos. That's what it was agreed on. So if you don't get it, then let's have a chat. And I think that's what they did with Bogdan. Yeah, it's just that's what it's agreed on. And this is like, and it's at the top level stuff. So we can't just be overseeing it, rolling it out. This is the top level stuff. This is the event at the moment, along with WAF, that's going to try and get us into the Olympics and other things like that, which we're so far off. But I don't think they could, if that's what there's agreed on, then it's like, hey, everyone, this is what's happened. And then just come out and let us know. I think they did try to hide it, though. Yeah, like in WAL, Tony Katowski didn't make weight, so they agreed to pull, but it wasn't for the title. What up, Red Cap Man? Yeah, so I'm enjoying the debate. Yeah, enjoying the debate over that. It's great. Like, if I disagree with you, it doesn't mean go away, don't support this channel anymore. It means stick around. No, it's not even being a man of the word. It's in the contract. You've signed. It's a legal agreement. I'm not a fan of catch weights at the high level anyway. But yeah, but a couple of things. It was good. Right, everyone, tell me what you liked at the press conference. Tell me what you didn't like at the press conference, and tell me what you would change at the press conference. So from my understanding, that hype guy that we had just couldn't deal with the backlash. From my understanding, just went nah, because a lot of people didn't like him. He grew on me in the end. So the problem we have in arm wrestling, it's a grind. You've got to show a bit of humble humility type thing. So when you come in and you demand respect or everyone to bow down and kiss your feet, old owners, new owners, whatever. When you come in and you're new and you demand all these things, we struggle. When this hype man came in, I didn't mind him. He came in and he did his job. Where sometimes we can go, we're a bit too honest as arm wrestling fans. We're like, who the fuck is this guy? This guy doesn't know what he's talking about, blah, 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 blah. And the guy was really trying. So then I think Drew was his name. And he went, from my memory, and I could be wrong, he went, bugger this. I'm out. Like, if this is how your small sport's got to treat people, yeah, it was very interesting. It was very interesting. Bart goes the sheep. What? For being 50 and looking like Devon does, holy, I'm jealous. He's going to surprise a lot of people. Pronate attendant liked the press conference, went pretty well and wasn't dead. Jamie Sheldon, I liked the Happy Meal touch. That was fun. Also like Devon's respectful for Vitali. Yeah, he threw everyone off. Well, he threw me off. I was a bit like, okay, something different. I like it. What if they offer catch weights in the super heavyweight class? Well, that doesn't make sense. You can't be a super heavyweight and have a limit. That doesn't make sense. I think I said it on a previous stream, Bob. You might have been in there. But I reckon that, say you're paying Levan 40, 50 grand to pull, and he comes in 180 kilos. I would say, let's say he makes 50 grand a match. I would say, all right, we will give you an extra $500 or $300 for every kilo you lose. So, like, if he makes 50 grand and say, all right, Levan, you're 180 kilos. If you can come in at 160 kilos, we'll give you 60 grand. If you can come in at 140 kilos, we'll give you 70 grand. That's what I think. Drew's not happy. DJ, sorry. I understand fandom. But people actually think Devon will win left-handed, which is nuts. Oh, man. Conference was great. Best layout so far. Dual image screen, great. Yes. I did like the dual image screen, except when Toddzilla fell asleep. Didn't like the translator's voice. Voice irritated me. Sometimes that happens, CBLA. My voice irritates a lot of people. I don't think 300-pound Devon lost the super match weight. I know. I saw that. So it is completely random. Have you first, Mr. Dinger, allowed gifts to the channel? I think you have to press allow gifts to the channel, and then YouTube just randomly pick. YouTube just randomly pick. Well, legend, thank you very much. A lot of King of the Table memories have been popping up, and I'm like, oh, I miss it a little bit, but things are going pretty well here. Things are going. And then you know what happened about 20 minutes after I won the membership? I got timed out. Yeah, 2 or 3 times. Maybe I'll say 3 times, I think. I was like, hey, g'day, everyone. After the press conference, I'm doing a live show if you want to keep chatting about it. Got timed out because I wanted to help people promote the event and keep the excitement going from the press conference. Doesn't make sense. All right, what else have we got? Who is stronger? That's the same person. Durs says that Vitali beats him right-handed as well. Well, it was more promoting my channel to promote the event. But yes. But that is okay. Right. What else about the press conference? Devon just looked swollen. Vitali looks great. But because I am yelling a bit, I am getting a bit loud. Get rid of that glove. Get rid of that glove. Get rid of that glove. Oh, get rid of that glove. Get rid of that. Get rid of that glove. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Redesign it. Put it on the shelf. Oh. Legend, I didn't ask for a code. Yeah, so you had to go, please, can I have a code? Can I please have a code? You know, you had to email and ask, can I please have a code, please? And I'm like, I'm just doing my own thing, man. No, thank you. I was approached. I'm not going to say by who, but I was approached. Hey, we'd like to give you a code. And I said, no, thank you. I'm fine. I'm fine. No, thank you. I'm with you, hound. That's right. Get rid of the mitt. Yes, Ozzy, get rid of the glove. When am I announcing next? So in arm wrestling is becoming difficult because what's happening now is there's so many promotions, therefore everyone's squeezing really tight on their budget. And now everyone thinks they're a commentator and an announcer. So it's like, well, let's use this budget and get an extra 3 matches or whatever. I don't charge much, but, you know, we could get more matches or, you know, some better mics or things like that. Or do we bring Jake over? And it's so expensive from Australia. I've mentioned it before, Jamie, and apologise everyone that's heard it. But my golden ticket a few years ago has now become my Achilles heel because it's like, oh, you're Australian, the accent, the Aussie arm wrestler, you're the guy. But then it's like, shit, it costs so much money to fly you over. So it's like, well, let's take a chance on some people that think they can commentate. And in all due respect, I've listened to some events and I'm just like, nah. Nope. But people just don't understand that the talking isn't commentating. There's an art form to it. There's a puppetry. You know, when to help other people, when to get them in, when to throw them an alley-oop, when to stop talking, you know, tones and everything. And, you know, people like you just shout. And I'm like, no, I'm manipulating the audience to enhance it. And so So yeah, so like I get promised a lot, Jamie. We got to bring you over, got to bring you over, got to bring you over. We didn't get a sponsor. Got to bring you over, got to bring you over. Didn't get a sponsor. So I've had a lot of offers, but then they just get pulled out. So that's why I'm doing a lot here in Australia. I've got my footy commentary coming up. Right. What else have we got? Why are you not at the event? It's happening in your Australia. No, it's in Austria. Austria. Two different countries. Similar names. It's in Austria. So Austria's in Europe. I'm about a 25-hour flight away from there. Wrong countries, my man. Wrong countries. Right. A few more comments, then I've got to go. What else have we got? Thank you very much, Jamie. You've also been a huge supporter since the very, very early days of the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and I've always appreciated it. We still need to play a board game together. What's going on, Deeps? Put another strip on the Barbie, which we never say. Deb, you Lloyd Christmas. What's going on, Jason Lewis? So, yeah, so just talking about all events all around the world. So, yeah, when I talk about that, like I was supposed to go to the Hardanger Open this year. Love Erling, love Norway. And then, yeah, you just went, we couldn't get that extra sponsor, couldn't get you there. I remember like, yeah, and it happens quite a lot. Like this offer that I've got in my phone, which I can't talk about yet legally, but it's like I can't get excited about it until my flight is booked. Once my flight is booked, that's when I get excited, promote it, and talk about it and things like that. Because you just when I'm at an event, I always treated it like I might not get booked again. Give it everything. Give it everything. So, yeah, another press conference in the book. Make sure you join my live commentary tomorrow. Maybe let's, buy the pay-per-view. Enjoy the show. Hopefully, no cock-ups. Enjoy a couple of really good main events. Todd Zillett versus Oleg Petrenko. Devon v. Vitali. We've also got a third title match with Fia Rasic. Yeah, I mean, unless anyone's got any massive standout questions, yeah, well, come join for the pre-show. If you're not going to join for the live commentary, come to the pre-show. Yeah. Should be a fun event. 13 matches, 12 matches. How many are there? Let me have a look. 13 matches. There you go. It's Adam Silver and Oleg Cherkasov's birthday today in Australia. I'll send Adam a message. So 13 matches, including the tournament final. I'm not sure. They're working on a format, but I know too much behind the scenes. But if King of the Table come back, it is now not owned by EVW. So unless they want to go nostalgic and bring them back, it's just under a different banner. It's just not the same. We saw it with the last couple of events. It was just another EVW event, wasn't it? Like in hindsight, it was just different branding. It was the same people, same event. Venue looked the same. So, yeah. Forbidden Fruit says Devon, both arms all day. All right, what's the poll? It's even getting closer and closer. 57%. 57%. So interesting times. Well, yeah, EVW own the King of the Table brand and the library and everything like that. They own it all. So, but yeah, let's not. Yeah, it just sucks sometimes because I'm a very say what's on your mind, and then there's a lot that I can't say. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the event. You should look forward to the event. I want to say, like, now I'm just being a bit stubborn. I want to say buy the pay-per-view, but I got put in a time out for this live because 3 times I was like, hey, everyone, not in a row. I left it like a few minutes in a time, but, you know, I just can't be a kiss ass. I just can't do it. I only suck up to my wife. I can't be a kiss ass. I just can't do it. I just can't. I won't. I won't. I get along with Robert Baxter. He didn't put me in a timeout. But anyway, I'm just having fun, guys. I'm just enjoying myself. Still 100 people in the chat, but let's not bang it on. All turn out and show up tomorrow. I'll probably go live about 90 minutes before the event starts, so around 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Lock loaded. Hopefully, we'll have some athletes at the event. We might get a bit of a lap of the venue if all goes according to plan. I'm the Aussie Arm Wrestler. I'm taking my kids to the zoo. I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy some arm wrestling.